Utah legislation meets to discuss a compromise on medical marijuana.
First congressional district candidates go ahead of the November election.
Being in the hospital isn't stopping these kids from celebrating Halloween. Welcome to Newsline. It's October 18th. I'm Danny Hallows.
And I'm Adam Gibby. Legislators are trying to come to a compromise about medical marijuana.
Last night, the Utah State Legislature held a committee hearing, and Newsline reporter Amy Hamilton was there. Amy, how did the meeting go?
There was a big turnout. Opponents and supporters of Proposition 2 showed up to find out what was included in the draft legislation.
Mr. Speaker, the floor is yours. Please go ahead.
While Prop 2 is already on the November ballot, committee members addressed the proposed medical marijuana compromise. What's the difference?
What we've done now is we've come up with an agreement that satisfies a lot of the opposition's concerns in a way that allows the bulk of the program to move forward.
The compromise includes key differences from Prop 2. Prop 2 allows people to grow their own marijuana. The compromise would only give marijuana flowers in sealed plastic bags. Prop 2 would allow medical marijuana for certain autoimmune disorders. The compromise would not. And Prop 2 would allow marijuana in edible form like baked goods, while the compromise would only contain marijuana in cube-shaped lozenges or capsules.
I'm also concerned about the federal law and how that's going to work, and I think we need to look at that and be concerned about that.
Opponents were particularly concerned that anyone can receive medical marijuana, regardless of age. No action was taken in the hearing, but controversy continues. The majority of proponents still feel restricted, while opponents fear medical marijuana could turn into recreational use.
If you tell children that something is medicine, you're telling them it's good for them, and then they're going to want to use it.
We found a way to kind of balance it out a little bit more, resolve some of the opposition they had, get patients what they need, and move on without all the hostility and combat for years to come.
This bill will replace the proposition if it passes. If it doesn't, the bill will remain on the table for legislators. The legislators listen to the public and will call for a special session after the election if necessary. Back to you.
Thanks, Amy.
The debate for the first congressional district seat brought Democrats, Republicans, and the United Utah Party together at Utah State University.
We have trained personnel in our schools that are ready to handle those issues there on the spot.
The candidates Rob Bishop, Lee Castillo, and Eric Ellison received questions on different issues throughout the night. Some questions focused on the candidates' plans to balance local business interests and the future of Bears Ears National Monuments, as well as questions on how each candidate addresses Social Security running out of funds.
Are spending too much. It's a spending problem. It's not a tax cut problem. It's a spending problem.
The next debate will be close to home at Utah Valley University next week on Tuesday. Anyone can submit questions for the debate on the Utah Debate Commission website. Tuesday's debate will be for the 3rd Congressional District candidates, which include Representatives John Curtis and James Singer.
I-15 will close overnight in Lehi tonight, and it may affect your drive time. Northbound I-15 will close between 2100 North and Lehi Main Street tonight from 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. Friday morning. Southbound I-15 was shut down at the same location from 11 p.m. Wednesday night to 4 a.m. this morning. During these closures, crews will be placing beams for the new 600 East Bridge.
If you're heading out of town this weekend, you might want to get to the airport a little earlier than usual. The Salt Lake City International Airport expects 28,000 travelers today and tomorrow. Utah students are out of school for the Utah Education Association fall break. In an official statement, the Salt Lake International Airport urges passengers to arrive at least 2 hours early. The airport also encourages passengers to visit the TSA website for more information, so plan accordingly and travel safely.
Just 10 minutes ago, the former Navy veteran from Logan charged with sending ricin to the President of the United States pleaded not guilty in court. 39-year-old William Clyde Allen III is charged with 5 counts, including threatening to use a biological toxin as a weapon. Charges were filed Friday in U.S. District Court, where Allen told investigators he wanted to, quote, send a message. The ricin-derived letters sent to government officials allegedly had Allen's return address. If convicted, he could face up to life in prison.
Chances are you know someone who has type 1 or type 2 diabetes, but how much do you really know? Newsline reporter Jasmine Haruni decided to find out. Jasmine, who did you talk to?
I spoke with diabetics, students, and student researchers to see how aware we are of the search for a cure.
Jackson Annette has type 1 diabetes.
See there, it's starting to go off a little bit.
Life wasn't exactly a pony ride for the 6-year-old when she was first diagnosed, and it's still not.
Some days it's really stressful, really hard, and I'm just fighting with my blood sugars all day, trying to get them to come down and be a normal level, or sometimes just come up and stay up.
Eating right is important, and so is the insulin she takes daily.
Jackson also has the Dexcom app on her phone, which monitors her glucose levels. She can invite people to follow along with her to see how she's doing.
She says many are not aware of how dangerous it can be to have type 1 diabetes. I went to BYU campus to see for myself what students know. I asked them to identify 2 symbols. First, the pink breast cancer awareness ribbon, and then the blue diabetes ring.
Breast cancer awareness?
The symbol for breast cancer.
That's the symbol for breast cancer awareness?
They did really well with the first symbol.
Oh.
And not so great with the second.
Like some company?
Go? I don't know. The letter O, or a ring.
However, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, nearly twice as many people in America die every year from diabetes than do from breast cancer. Undergrad students at the BYU research labs are trying to change that. Research materials can be expensive, but these students are determined to find a cure.
My wife has type 1 diabetes. I really think with all the new technology that we're getting closer.
Until they do, Jackson won't let diabetes define her or keep her from doing the things she loves.
The research students I talked to at the lab are planning the 4th annual Sugar Rush Run this Saturday to raise money for their research for a cure. You can register to run at www.sugarrush.byu.edu.
Clearfield police are looking for 4 people who stole guns from a pawn shop. Yesterday afternoon, the suspects entered Instant Cash and Loans and stole the guns from behind the counter while an employee was helping one of the suspects. The suspect's car was found, but police are still searching for the thieves. 2 of the suspects are identified as Alex Chavez and Gabriel Rivas. The other suspects are still unidentified. If you have any information, please call the Clearfield Police at 801-525-286 or 911.
The University of Utah is conducting a study with Apple and app creator Zimmer Biomet. The app, called My Mobility, helps knee and hip patients throughout their surgery and recovery. It gives patients a to-do list and includes exercises and healthcare reminders. Doctors at the University of Utah are able to track progress and communicate with patients through an Apple Watch or an iPhone. If successful, it could become a regular pre- and post-surgical procedure.
This month, hundreds of thousands of artists are picking up their pens to draw and share their skills, all thanks to a Provo-based artist. Newsline reporter Cameron Hussein is here to tell us more about this drawing craze called Inktober. Cameron, what exactly is Inktober?
Inktober is a month-long drawing challenge intended to help artists of all levels improve their artistic skills and showcase their work.
The challenge allows artists to go at their own pace by completing drawings daily, every other day, or once a week. The goal is to be consistent on whichever option you decide.
And recently, especially with school and stuff, I haven't had as much time as I would like to draw and to practice. And what I think is cool about this challenge is that, at least for me, it was kind of a reminder to spend time drawing and to set aside time even if I'm busy.
Inktober first started in 2009 and continues to gain traction every year. Thanks to the increase in social media, artists are able to share their work and connect more than ever before using the hashtag Inktober or Inktober 2018. Last year, an estimated 100,000 artists shared around 3.5 million Inktober posts on Instagram.
Whenever I create anything, I always am, sure to post it on my social media because I just like sharing that. I like sharing that with the world. I think it's important to create and have an outlet for that creation in a way that just encourages other people to create. I love seeing my friends also doing work with Inktober. I think that's really fun.
While Inktober's focus was initially ink drawings, artists use it as an opportunity to work on other projects besides those involving the pen.
And when I'm painting, I just start off by putting colors on the canvas and just kind of like let it take me someplace that I had no idea I was going to go.
So Danny, Inktober is so much more than just drawing. It's a time to allow artists to be creative and share their talents with others.
So Inktober is not about tattoos at all, is what you're saying?
Not at all.
Okay, that's so cool to see. Well, thank you for sharing a little bit more with us about those artists. We appreciate it.
Halloween came early this year at Shriners Hospital for Children in Salt Lake City.
Woody? Yeah? From Toy Story? Yeah. Oh my goodness, so your wheelchair is going to turn into a horse? Yeah. Oh.
Shriners Hospital came together with the Spirit of Halloween store to make this year the best costume clinic yet. Volunteers transformed wheelchairs into costumes for 28 children. Children chose what they wanted on their wheelchairs to be tricked out, and the grown-ups did the rest. The wheelchairs became princess carriages, Millennium Falcons, and Batmobiles. This is Shriner Hospital's third year of the costume clinic, and it definitely will not be their last.
In a new study, Orem, Utah was ranked as the #1 place to have a great trick-or-treating experience. Orem is a city with one of the highest percentages of kids, making sure that children have plenty of friends to trick-or-treat with. Also, parents don't have to worry because Orem is one of the safest places to trick-or-treat since it ranks second in overall safety. The temperature on Halloween in Orem is usually just above 60 degrees Fahrenheit, perfect for all types of costumes.
The Washington Post publishes the last article written by a journalist before he was murdered in Turkey. We'll tell you when he wrote the column and what it was about.
If you have a Powerball ticket, hang on to it. The jackpot is rising. Coming up, we'll tell you how much and when the next drawing will be.
Gallons of blue foam covered Helaman fields, all in the name of fun. Find out how the annual event became a tradition.
And another dry day for most of the state. I'll tell you if it's here to stay or if there's rain in our forecast.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham-bam minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high-five.
By Jamal Khashoggi, the Saudi journalist who was killed in Turkey last week. Khashoggi sent the article to his editor right before he disappeared. The article is about freedom in the Middle East. Karen Ataya, Global Opinions editor, included a preface. She says the article captures Khashoggi's commitment and passion for freedom in the Arab world, which she says, quote, he apparently gave his life for. Britain could extend the Brexit transition window for a few more days to allow time for trade talks. PM May's big speech in Brussels on Wednesday apparently did little to bring an agreement any closer. The president of the European Parliament politely said he wasn't impressed. The key issue holding everything up is the so-called backstop agreement. Mrs. May and the head of the European Commission are both set to hold separate news conferences Tuesday morning.
The former president of USA Gymnastics, Steve Penny, is behind bars after accusations of tampering with evidence in the Larry Nassar scandal. Nassar was a physician with USA Gymnastics who was sentenced to prison after more than 150 women and girls accused him of sexual abuse. Authorities now accuse Penny of destroying or hiding documents to frustrate investigators. Good news, you still have a chance of becoming filthy rich. There was no Powerball winner on Wednesday. That means the new estimated jackpot rises to $430 million. Wednesday's drawing reached $345 million. It is the largest jackpot in the game's history. The next drawing is Saturday evening.
It's the last few weeks of Oktoberfest at Snowbird. It's a tradition that's been going on by the Germans for decades. Newsline reporter Sarah Collins went to the festival to find out what it's about. Sarah?
Each weekend starting in August through October, Snowbird hosts Oktoberfest at the resort.
It's an annual event that started in Germany more than 200 years ago and has been a tradition in Utah for more than 40 years.
I'm Rick Schwimmer. I'm the Burgermeister, the Mayor of Oktoberfest, also the Master of Ceremonies. 46 years is how long we've been going strong at Snowbird. It's been kind of great to celebrate this traditional festival of southern Germany, of Bavaria, of Munich, and it's been just fabulous. It started off so small with a group of dedicated Germans that wanted to do something to kind of celebrate their culture here in Utah.
People from all over the world come to the Utah Oktoberfest and have had the opportunity to spend time with their friends and family.
Started off with probably 50, 60 people in a couple of weekends. Now we're 10 weekends strong. 60,000 people come to Oktoberfest here at Snowbird every year.
I come up here to Oktoberfest because I love the atmosphere. People are just happy up here. We're up in the mountains. It's just a great atmosphere.
Oktoberfest provides food, live music, dancing, contests, and fun for both children and adults.
It's just a fabulous place to be. It's beautiful. The leaves are changing. There's stuff for the kids to do, stuff for the adults to do, and it's just a great place to come and enjoy.
Reporting from Little Cottonwood Canyon for Newsline, I'm Sarah Collins.
Oktoberfest will continue every Saturday and Sunday for the rest of the month at Snowbird Resort.
Last week was Brigham Young University's homecoming week, and it was filled with plenty of fun events. However, one homecoming event didn't happen last week. Jeffrey.
Homecoming week may have already passed, but we've still got one more homecoming event to do before it's all done, and that's going on right behind me.
The Brigham Young University True Blue Foam event was pushed back a week due to weather, but that didn't prevent a massive turnout. This event, put on by the Brigham Young University Student Association, has an interesting history.
BYU True Blue Foam started originally as BYU True Blue Flag Football about 15, 20 years ago, and they used to play flag football over here on Helaman Fields in all this blue foam. As the years went on, it developed, it passed through True Blue Tug of War, and finally we've come to the product we have today, which is True Blue Foam.
The event was not only big at Brigham Young University, it also caught attention elsewhere.
Another cool thing is the event went viral last year and ended up getting on Reddit, BuzzFeed, and a couple of those other major social media news sources, where it ended up, and we've had countless phone calls each month asking us how we do it.
This event is no small feat. And it takes a lot of time and hard work to put together.
We started with preparations back in May, and we've been putting together teams, we've been having councils and committees gone together, whether it was designing this shirt that I'm wearing right here, or making sure we had the grounds crew coming and setting up our blue foam and setting up all of our slides. We've probably got 40 to 50 people that will be volunteering over the course of the event, and my guess is close to 1,000 man-hours.
This event wouldn't be possible without the students, and it's their love for the event that keeps it going. Much like the changes that have been made in the past, BYUSA hopes the True Blue Foam event will continue to grow.
We hope over the years it continues developing as it becomes a crown jewel of BYU traditions.
Reporting for Newsline in Provo, I'm Jeffrey Carroll.
A scary situation in Texas that we've been keeping our eye on. Many around the Austin area being told to evacuate today as floodwaters continue to rise. This is a look at Travis Lake in Austin. The Lower Colorado River Authority says water levels at the lake could rise to more than 700 feet above sea level, reaching the highest point in over a decade. The Texas governor has issued a state of emergency in nearly 20 counties. But here in the state of Utah, it's another dry day. This is a look over Payson. Not a cloud in the sky, nice and dry, so a good day to head outside. And as we turn to our highs across the state, looking pretty good across the Wasatch Front. Over here in Moab and Blanding, you will see scattered showers throughout the day. And looking at our lows, nice and chilly, good fall weather. Again, except for Moab and Blanding, a good day to head outside as long as you have that coat and the gloves and the scarf and whatever you need. Taking a look at our 5-day southern Utah forecast. Thursday and Friday today is looking nice Sunday, we do have about a 30% chance of showers, so be prepared for that, but it does clear up Monday as you head into the rest of your week next week. Our 5-day forecast here, that same storm that's going to hit St. George Sunday will hit us Monday, but we're pretty good heading into our weekend, so it's a good day to, again, head outside, enjoy this dry weather before it gets nice and rainy. I don't know if you guys have fun weekend plans, but it's a good time to have some.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to head up to Gardner Village in West Jordan, go enjoy some Halloween stuff. But
yeah, I'm starting to think we're kind of in those last week, 2 weeks where it's going to be nice enough to go outside, not have to have a ton of jackets on, so definitely enjoy this, right?
Now, yes.
Yeah, we don't have to bunker on our houses yet.
Right.
Put the heat on full blast.
Right.
So.
But you know, it does seem great for a good basketball game, and you've got some basketball news.
I do have some basketball news. BYU basketball will actually get a bit more international. Not only is he Chinese, but he's tall as well. We'll tell you when to expect him on the court. A fan interferes in a play and costs his own team a potential home run. We'll tell you the details of the call and who it hurt most.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look! Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Why don't you ever see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're really good at it. Yeah, I get it. Testing. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy.
We need 4th and 6. Downfield, wide open, Romney.
That was Zach Wilson's touchdown pass to freshman Gunnar Romney during last Saturday's win against Hawaii. BYU football has a bye this week, but will face Northern Illinois next weekend. BYU basketball signed international player Shangja Lee. Lee announced on his Twitter yesterday that he was committed to BYU. Lee is a center and stands at 6 foot 11 inches, giving a strong presence and international flair to the BYU basketball team. Lee will come to Provo next summer and join the team then. BYU's women's volleyball is still #1 and undefeated. They play against Loyola Marymount tonight. The game will be held in the Smith Fieldhouse at 7 p.m. With only 5 games left in the season, BYU's soccer team faces off against Pacific. In 6 games, Cougars have only lost once to Pacific. The game will be tonight at 7 p.m. BYU's Sean Hill advances to singles semifinals in the ITA Regional Championship. Hill also secured his spot alongside teammate Jeffrey Sue in the doubles quarterfinals. Both games will finish today. The Jazz beat the Sacramento Kings last night.
Almost a turnover. And a nice pass.
Rudy Gobert and Joe Ingles worked well together throughout the game, and Donovan Mitchell came in hot in the third quarter with a dunk and a score. The Jazz beat the Sacramento Kings 123-117. They will face off against the Golden State Warriors this Friday in Salt Lake. Mexican boxer Canelo Alvarez is the highest paid athlete in sports history. Canelo Alvarez broke the record for the highest paid contract. Alvarez signed a $365 million agreement for his next 11 fights. Canelo's paycheck beats the previous record made by baseball player Giancarlo Stanton, who in 2014 signed with the Miami Marlins for $325 million. An Astros fan interfered in a first-inning play, robbing Astros Jose Altuve of a potential home run.
Altuve It's at the track. He leaps, and it is out.
Jose Altuve hit the ball far into the right field, and Red Sox Mookie Betts jumped high to try and catch it. A group of fans reached for the ball as well, but one closed Betts' glove in the process. The umpire called fan interference, and after review, the call stood. Instead of getting a home run, Jose Altuve was instead called out. Milwaukee Brewers fans now can wear not just a classic cheesehead, but a beer cheesehead. The company Foamation created the classic cheesehead, and now they're back with this new twist, the beer cheesehead. It's made somewhat like the original cheesehead, but they add the white foam on top. Each one is done by hand, so they are all unique. A hat fitting for a Milwaukee Brewers fan. We'll be right back.
Truth is, I'm impressed. I haven't been asked such intelligent questions in a long time. Thanks.
These are cool. Did you, what did you?
What?
Burger King is changing its menu in honor of Halloween.
The fast food chain is releasing its Nightmare King next week, which will be available through November 1st. The spooky sandwich has a quarter pound of beef, a chicken fillet, American cheese, bacon, mayonnaise, and onion. It's topped off with a green sesame seed bun. That's right, a green bun. Officials with Burger King say the sandwich is clinically proven to induce nightmares. The Nightmare King goes for $6.39.
I'm really not into a green bun.
I think that's scary enough.
I don't know. I just see protein on protein, and
well, the Nightmare Ice.
Well, that's your Newsline at noon for October 18th, 2018.
Thank you, and have a wonderful day.